With the flag, Wendy.
Yeah.
We will call our meeting to order and we'll rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and Wendy will get the flag up. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America,
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one
one nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty
with
and
liberty
justice
and
for all.
justice for all.
Thank you, Wendy. Do you want to take the roll call?
Michelle Blythe,
Here.
Jen Sweaty,
Here,
Deborah Nelson,
Here.
Marilyn Ertley,
Here.
Heather Logan,
Here.
John Vanny,
Here.
Rick Hobson.
Here.
okay, Madam Mayor, I move for approval of the agenda as presented.
Second.
Question?
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? I don't have any members of the public that wish to speak to the council this evening.
Okay, Madam Mayor, I move to approve the consent agenda consisting of minutes of the March 7th and March 14th, 2022 council meetings. Minutes, and accounts payable, approval of EFT payments and claims checks 104958 through 105902, dated March 8th, 2022 through March 21st, 2022, for $1,323,131.60, and approval of payroll EFT payments and check 30158 through 30166, dated February 1st, 2022 through February 28th, 2022, in the amount of $1,130,993.53. And attachment B, ordinance amending chapter 2.36 of the Arlington Municipal Code, and attachment C, appointments to the cemetery board.
Second. Question?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you, Jan. So we'll go right into it. We just have two items on our new business this evening, and the first one is the contract with Zen City. And Sarah Lopez has returned to take us through that.
Good evening, Mayor and members of City Council. So tonight we are requesting funding for Zen City, which is a community engagement tool. We spoke about it last week. This is a tool for local governments. The program gathers and analyzes residents' inputs from online channels and allows local governments to hear from and understand our community members' real-time needs and priorities. They do this with a unique technology that combines organic resident dialogue found in the public domains and cutting-edge survey sampling. We're requesting a 12-month contract at $18,000.
Jan?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank Sarah for sending out the additional information, because I know we had lots of questions on privacy. And before I got that, I had contacted two IT people and had them read the presentation. And both of them actually came up with the same concern, and that was ours last week with the privacy thing. However, after Sarah sent it out and I went to the link, and it showed that they did have, that they were using high tech for the privacy. The only thing I want to mention is they did send me some feedback from some of the cities across the United States that were using it. And some places did have community concerns. And so I guess my question is, we're going to do this for a year, but let's just say in 4 months, we get a lot of negative feedback. Can we stop doing it, or are we have to go the whole year anyway?
I think we could probably negotiate in the contract if that could be done that way.
Yeah, well, I understand that if we were to stop it, we would still have to pay, but I just, and I'm not against it, don't get me wrong. It's just that right now, all you guys know, privacy is a huge issue, and the tech companies are really taking the short end of the deal. And so I just know that I read those things, and yes, I'm okay with this, but I think we need to kind of mentally be prepared in case we do get feedback.
So I just would probably reiterate that this only picks up things that are public comments made in the public domain. So this
Yeah.
does not go into anybody's private conversations or anything like that. Heather, you had your hand up?
Well, thank you, Barb. I was going to make that same point. And Sarah, the surveys are completely voluntary, right?
Correct.
And most of this information is already out there anyway.
It's in the public.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's already there. So I don't really have a problem with it. If it was something that was new or different from what is already available, I might have some concerns, but because it's already out there, I don't have a problem.
Does anybody else have any questions for Sarah?
Okay, then I move to approve the 2022 contract with Zen City for $18,000 and authorize the mayor to sign it.
Second.
Question.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Passes. And our final item this evening is the request for unscheduled equipment purchase, and Jay Downing has joined us again this week.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Council. So yeah, this item is a request to utilize funds originally scheduled to replace the city's road grader to purchase a skid steer loader, attachments, and trailer. And I just want to share my screen real quick, if I can do that. Just kind of a reiteration of last week. Just to go through real quick as a reminder. So this, and I'm not sure if I mentioned last week, this purchase will be made on the state contract. So we don't have to go out to bid for it. Just kind of a description of the machine and a list of the attachments and below here. So I just wanted to give you kind of a description or a visual of the attachments, because last week I kind of skimmed through them a little bit. So obviously we have the machine here, includes the front bucket, the trailer, which has a 5-foot front deck on it, to where we could potentially haul that an attachment or two on there wherever we go to the work site with the machine itself. Here's the auger. And so that comes in 2 separate pieces. This is the drive and obviously the auger. And so they can, there's various sizes that you can get for these two. This one we're kind of most excited about is the cold planer. This one's the asphalt grinder that will allow us to make cleaner hot mix asphalt patches in some of our roadways. And this is the stump grinder. And the box blade. So this is kind of the grader attachment for it. The brush cutter. So this will allow us to do brush cutting anywhere, really. We're excited for the opportunity to do more roadside brush cutting in areas that are too narrow for our large tractor brush cutter to get to. And that's it. Any questions on those before I stop screen sharing?
No, thank you though for including all of the attachments that we're ordering.
Yeah.
Of course.
Does anybody have any questions for Jay on this evening? Heather?
Hey, how long will it take for you to take delivery?
So 6 to 9 months is what we were told in January. I'm not sure if that has changed. But
Oh.
yeah, we'll get that, and I can get that information to you guys too, so we can all
Oh, no,
know
it's
when to
fine. I was
expect
just
it.
curious. I mean, maybe by Christmas, right, Jay?
Yeah, right. Yeah, come with a bow on it.
Michelle?
Will you be the first person using it, Jay?
I don't know about that. I might sit on it for for a picture, but I don't know about operating it. And a reminder, it does come with that training that Josh mentioned last week too. And they
Yeah.
said he also reminded me today too that they offered to come out 6 months from the date of delivery to make sure that everybody's still fresh on it, and if there's any additional training needed. And that's for each of the attachments as well. It's not just kind of a one and done. They want us to be proficient on it. So.
Well, I think you did a nice job following up today from your great presentation last week. You got so many compliments on. So thank you so much for all the visuals. It really does make a difference when we're looking at something like that. So appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, I move to approve the purchase of the Caterpillar 279D3 skid steer proposed attachments and trailer for $187,451.74, using funds originally allocated to replace the Caterpillar road grader and reschedule its replacement to 2035.
Second.
Second?
Question.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, Jay, you get your new equipment.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all.
Have fun playing with it.
Right, that's all the items we had on our meeting this evening. Do we have any comments from council members? Michelle?
I guess I've been thinking about this since there's been so much discussion regarding traffic issues in various areas in Arlington and requests for the city to take action on that, or asking the police department to take action. And I think we all know that the city is doing so much to getting to a place where they're testing different, like the flashing stop signs. So they're doing a lot of testing and research. And I know that eventually Paul and his team will get it resolved. And who knows, maybe one day when we're fully staffed with the police department, that maybe they will have an opportunity to have a traffic police officer also. But I was wondering if there is any way for the neighborhood to volunteer to do any type of monitoring. And I know it's not something we are going to discuss tonight, but maybe we can discuss it at a retreat. Different areas in our country, they use citizens in the neighborhood and volunteers to help aid in providing information or whatever. I don't have the answer, but I just think it's kind of interesting that maybe neighborhoods that are affected by some of these traffic infractions that continue to happen, if there's a way to get neighbors involved and people working together in the community to volunteer. Don't know what that means. And I guess Jonathan and Paul would be the experts at looking at that. But I just wonder if there was a way to do something like that. So that's the comment I have.
Thank you. I think we will be having some discussion at the retreat on some traffic calming mechanisms that can help. Appreciate the comments. Heather, did you have a comment?
Not on Michelle's thing. Michelle, are you finished? I don't want to.
I am. Thank you, Heather.
I just wanted to report from Snohomish Health District, the Board of Health. We are down to 79 cases per 100,000 residents in Snohomish County, from a high of, I think it was 39.56 per 100,000 just back in January. So the descent from the Omicron variant has been precipitous, and it's lovely to be down in two figures. And perhaps even more importantly, we only have 12 patients in Snohomish County in hospitals with COVID, and only one of those is ventilated. So definitely getting way down in this variant. Keep your fingers crossed that whatever variant comes next is, just a crummy variant.
Yeah.
And we don't need new measures. We can just do the simple things like masking and hand washing.
Yeah, thank you, Heather. I appreciate that update.
Oh, you're welcome.
Is that it? All right. Paul, do you have any administrative reports this evening?
One item I wanted to just brief the council on, and that is staff, the city staff and the Boys and Girls Club staff have been working on re-looking at the Hadley Hall Community Room. For those that have been around for a while, when we built the Boys and Girls Club, there was some money donated to create a community room, Hadley Hall Community Room. And all this time, the city has remained in charge of scheduling that room. The main reason was in the beginning was it was the only room we had. If like I said, those have been around for a while know we used to have council meetings, airport commission, planning commission, and it was the only room we had. So we retained the scheduling on that room. But things have changed. We've expanded our buildings. We now have plenty of conference rooms and rooms for our meetings. And it's kind of been a bit of a reversal. And now the Boys and Girls Club is in much more need of space, and particularly with COVID, to be able to just have room for distancing. So the proposal is that we would relinquish the scheduling of that room to the Boys and Girls Club rather than them having to go through us, since they're the largest user of that room. It'll still remain a community room. It'll still be open to the community groups who need to use it. It'll just be the Boys and Girls Club scheduling the room. And as always, with we do get a little bit of funding. It isn't very much off of room rentals, and we keep that money to put towards the maintenance of the facility. So anyway, I just wanted to brief council that we were working on that, had that in progress. So.
Good.
Do we still have a lot of groups that meet in there?
It's been, we'll see what happens with that, because we closed those rooms to the meeting in groups during COVID. We aren't officially opening our rooms to the public until the 1st of April. So we'll see how much of that comes back. But like I said, especially during COVID, the Boys and Girls Club has utilized that room quite a bit, just to be able to keep their programs up and manage social distancing.
I don't believe we have any need for an executive set. Oh, I'm sorry. Don, did you have your hand up?
Just a quick question, Paul, on that. If I remember right, did we not talk about that here a while back before? That was some discussion about doing this?
Probably did. I just vaguely recall, having some discussion about that in the past. And I just wanted to brief that we've been working on that, and we've got a good agreement. Steve's gone over it, and to relinquish the scheduling.
Okay. Yeah, I thought we discussed it a little bit.
Yeah, Sarah had presented it to us as an update. So.
Okay, if there's no executive session, Madam Mayor, I move to adjourn.
Second.
Question.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Good night,
Good night,
everyone.
all.
Good night.